So here we go. When I told you there was some ways we were born to be in the same enlightened places of Earth and Sun and the Saturn Moon, we sat down and we said the same thing over and over again. Sometimes it's like that, sometimes it's grateful, sometimes it's not grateful. We bind to do the same thing over and over again. Over and over again was a single of some people that stood by the same lanes of the Hobic streets and the Marvel movies and the Universal Studio games and stuff like that. That was something that I was told in the 1960s and 1940s, 1930s, 1920s. 1920s to 1940s was something like very unique and charming and gullible and things like that. The ideas were so firm and uptight, and we were sinking ships and watching things from way beyond the lights of years and seas and fishes and prawns and dishes of eggs and scrambled eggs and bread and wine and toast of margaritas and champagnes and stuff like that. That was something I was not binding to do over and over again. Something that are some ways we prolong our deceptions and ideas. We believe in something that was never not given to the people uptight or up roped or up in the same idea of the rope. Rolling down the street with same stories over and over again, like I was riding the boat, rowing the boat in the same lane as the Howick lane. Lying to you and telling you you'll be always the same, will not be the same story of the same ideas that were given in the same scriptures of the same books in the same theoretical monetary book like in benzo lights camera action lights camera. We see more things than we can become in the mind of the maze. Mind is always on control when you begin to see the surface of the shows and the bind relationships of the tomorrow's morning and the leaders of tomorrow. We never see what we want to become till we have encouraged ourselves to become the one and only, to step down from the what you call something like, oh my god, I want to be like that in one place or the other because this is what I want to become. Becoming something from a long virtues of the perception and the deception and the dereed perceptions and the monocle lights and the molecules of the systems that are roaring around the world like a tamed animal or untamed animal. Uh, Always telling you we will be there for you when you need something for the more betterful ways and days and nights and crimes and portraits and sunships and sunships, whatever you want to call it. Call it what you want to see it as, but calling the more impressive ideals of the tomorrows and walking the marching bands of what we would want to see as the 9/11 struck the buildings and we stood there and watched it fall down like the twin towers of the buildings that were sea ships and the sea shrugs and ideas that were in the main palaces of the tomorrow's land. Lying to you and telling you that you're not good enough once more, but you're always better than what you are giving on your resumes to the people when we see them in our places that we have brought them against from one place to another, to one place to another, one place to another, and we go, oh, oh. I had my heart broken too many times. I had my heart broken too many times, and we shall begin this race to heaven's gate. And here we go again, again, and again. Once more, once more, once more, once more. I shall tell you what we wanna do tomorrow in the Neverlands brought upon against the light system and the monetary system. And we begin to see what we want to see, and we don't want to see what we want to see. We always tell the people we'll walk the same lane as the Hobic lane, but we don't walk the same paths and the same shoes. But we always tend to watch the rear views like this was a Ferrari or a Maybach 62 as a Rolls Royce Fate. We always tend to walk the same paths, but we wear the same hats or same leisure caps and leisure jerseys and stuff like that. But I'll never be the same person ever again in my life. life on the line, like 25 years to life. 25 years to life, like a dime or two. I run up in your mama's house and tell her there was two nuns watching the same places on the same corner of the same street on the same night as the murder of the Hilixin Jamsi United Nations Arabs and Iranian wars that were tried to be prolonged in the same virtual perceptions as the ones that are not in the same lane as the ones that were on the same time in the same area in the same place in the same time. Every day we hustle for the same stories. Every day we hustle. Hustling is something that comes in the blood of the genes, and genes roll to the ground like tomorrow's land, and we believe that we'll be once more the one people champion, and we will be the light and sun, the illuminated eye, the illuminated angels, and the illuminated rooms that are brought to be more spectacular than the way nor nourished and ignited with fire and gasoline, and we stand there for the riches of the roar and the gamers of the tomorrow's land. Like this was Satan playing Uncharted on the top of mountains of Satan and Hunsa mountains and Hunsa lands and Hunsa husbands and Hunsa desserts. You don't want to encourage the people that want to say you are, but you are already in the same lane as the ones that we all brought the people to watch the games, the world games, and the most hypocritical ways of the ones that are toned by the torsos and the ideas of the most magnificent horses that ride around the town to eat the grasses and the prawns and the hay and the most delightful spectrum that was brought up against the system of the body that was united to the horses and the system of the most unenlightened people in the world, the most sickened, the most individuals, the most intellectual, and the most subconscious people that were sickeningly sick, and the most impaired people that were climbing the system of the United Systems, and we are once more in the game of the throne of the tomorrow and the throne of the day, throne of the yesterday, throne of the tomorrow. We will never be in the same lane as you because we don't understand what the game has to do. The game has to be in the same priority as the systems of the lights and the strobe lights and the spotlights, and we don't begin to see what we want to see because we are not encouraging the people to watch the game from the whole side point of view, sidelines and the big boobs and the big chest and the big legs. I don't want to see this and that and that and that. I might be high on something right now, but I'm not high on anything right now because I see the laptop and I see the TV, but my vision is blurred. 2020 blurred vision, and it's over like the Drake's song from the 2029 or 2020 or 2009 or 2008, whatever you want. I'm from the bottom. Facebook wars and Guinness Wars and Guinness Book of World Records and Xbox Wars and things like that. It's just like, oh, I just want to go in and pow, 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 batch.